With a lot of these new songs on your page, my MySpace page. My MySpace is myspace.com/Empire Entertain 1, the number 1. That's Empire Entertain 1. And my plan is to release a new album soon. Now they're going to be on it. Right now, we like 20-something songs into the album. I think we got like 21 songs recorded. Haven't cut them down yet because we still have a little ways to go. Definitely some of them will be. Exactly which ones at this moment, we don't know. We just get out there and whatever we feel, we get in the booth and we do it. But album will be coming out pretty soon, like I said, the end of this year, prayerfully. And we'll be dropping a single, around the fall. So y'all be looking out for it. It's gonna be crazy. Like I said, I know y'all gonna love it. You know what I'm saying? I'm making sure I put my all into this album, and y'all gonna love it. Like you never loved the album before. Get 3 of them. One for the car, one for the crib, and then one that just don't open, because it's gonna be a classic album. And you ain't gonna really touch that one too tough, you feel me? Next one is what makes this album different than the others. I just think me being older has a lot to do with it. I'm not 12 anymore, and I'm not 18, you know what I'm saying, when I came back. So it's just a lot more mature, and I get better. I'm like fine wine, you dig? So I'm just getting better and better, and it's getting easier and easier to put together a complete, hopeful, soulful, passionate album. So I think that's a substantial difference. And I also know that my first project was a little crossover. It was like even more pop than R&B, and my second was a little more urban. So this one, I think you get the best of both worlds. So I would definitely say that's what makes this one different from the other 2 that I've done. Everyone always asks me this one, do I have a girlfriend? No, I do not. And that's just not the PR answer. I know a lot of artists be on television lying, just saying they don't, but they really do, and they be keeping it a top secret, you know what I'm saying? I don't have a girlfriend. I am single. My focus is God, family, and music. Right now, with a female. If it happens, it happens. I'm open to a female. I need a queen, But I'm not looking for it. Like, I'm just open-minded. So if it does happen, it happens. If not, keep working and keep making great music and living my life and living my dream. So I'm single. Ladies, I'm single. If I were in college, I think I got like 5 more, by the way. Almost done. If I was in college, what would my major be? Music business, and I would minor in psychology. I wonder why people think the way they do. I'm surrounded by people that are, to me, mentally challenged. You feel me? So I just want to understand people a little better. So I would definitely minor in psychology. It's interesting to me. Very interesting. What was my most embarrassing moment? I don't have no embarrassing moments. Like, I'm smooth. Like, I don't trip. I never fall. I'm lying. One time, right? I got a lot of embarrassing moments, to be honest. This one kind of nasty. I'm gonna keep it real PG-13. I was young. It was embarrassing because it was just so gross. You know what I'm saying? I was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan coming up. I used to watch that cartoon faithfully. Don't act like y'all didn't watch it. You know what I mean? Because I did. I was Michelangelo. And we was horse playing with me and my friends, and he swung 2 of us together. My mouth hit his forehead, and my teeth on the left side went up into my gums. Kind of nasty, I know, I told y'all. And then this one went down, and it was real nasty. But it was embarrassing because I couldn't talk. Like, I couldn't tell people what was wrong with me. So I was just like making these crazy noises, and everybody was it was kind of funny and nasty at the same time. That was embarrassing. And then on stage one time, I forgot the words to the second verse of Come With Me. Just momentarily, but I played it off because I was like, I did this. You're the type that always said you don't need a man who's gonna make you sing. I played it off because I started humming, and then I let the girls do the rest because I couldn't remember what the next line was. And it happens to all of us sometimes. I just drifted off, but them like some embarrassing moments. I'm not gonna share too many because I'm trying to be like real GQ, like real smooth. Like, I don't have embarrassing moments. My embarrassing moments aren't embarrassing moments. So, yeah. Trying to put me on blast. If singing was not my best talent, what other career path would I have considered? I love music, so I couldn't really imagine. And I've been singing like all my life. I couldn't imagine, but I would probably still be in the industry. I co-wrote my whole album, so I would definitely still be a writer. I would have had to learn how to I done learned the instrument a long time ago so I could produce. I'm good on the court. I can play ball, but I'm just not tall enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm not 6'1" or anywhere near that. So that wouldn't work. I'm too light to play football. I only weigh 135, so that wouldn't work. I can draw. When I'm really, really bored, I create great art. So I probably could have been a cartoonist, possibly. But forget all that. I'm a singer. I'm Sammie, the R&B sensation. You feel me? So we're not even going to really talk about what if, because that's what I do. I do this. You know what I'm saying? I do this. But good question. What shows do I enjoy watching? Family Guy is hilarious. I like Nip Tuck. I love Dirt. Not Dirt as in dirt, but the show Dirt. The First 48. And it's a little crazy because it's sad that people are really out there killing one another over drugs and $20 and little petty stuff, but it's a real show, and it's not scripted, and it just wakes you up to realize that the world is really in a bad place right now. We need to be prayed up, you know what I'm saying? So those are like my shows. In sports, if Kobe's on TV, Kobe all the way. Although we just lost the final, Kobe all day. And then if NFL is on TV, I'm a Tampa Bay Buccaneer, college, Florida State Seminoles. So sports is definitely like always on in my career. Next question is three more. Think back to when you were first on TV. How did that experience make you feel? I was in the 7th grade. I was 12 years old. I like it. The video came on BET. They played it like crazy. And I left school one day just a regular dude, and I came back a star. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. Security had to help me get to class. You know, you had your fellas who was hating, but the ladies was loving me, so it was all good. It made the fellas shut up. Then you got dudes that wanted to hang with me to get the girls. So middle school was fun, you know? So that was my first time on television, or seeing myself on television, and it was just crazy to see myself on the big screens, finally. You know what I'm saying? Where the whole world would get to see me showcase my gift. So I'll never forget that day. I was living in Fort Lauderdale, Florida at the time. Shouts out to everybody at William Dandy Middle School who held me down while I was out there too. I didn't forget y'all. What is your favorite thing to do when you're bored? PlayStation 3 is always something I do. Playing basketball, working out. I'm very competitive. I don't like to lose. I really don't lose too often, you know what I'm saying? And if I do lose, you gotta just do a series and I'm gonna always win. So if it's 3 games, I'm gonna win 2. If it's 5, I'm gonna win 3. So that's just how it goes. I don't lose too often. Very competitive. And if I'm really, really bored, I like to read. Only things that's beneficial to my career, if I'm me becoming a better man or spiritually and all that. I don't just read just anything. I'm working on my craft. I do that when I'm not bored. I do it when I'm bored. I'm always working on my craft to become better. And out of all your music, this is the last question, and I want to thank y'all for watching. You know what I mean? Which song do you like the most? The song that I like the most, that's a little hard. That's kind of hard. I think I would have to say, I have to say My Own Way again. You know, the one that was to my mom. Like I said, that was the one time that, number one, it was a blessing to work with Brian Michael Cox. And for him to tell me, like, this your record, you write it, you put your thoughts and your things on paper, it was just a humbling experience first and foremost. Because I'm like, you're Brian Michael Cox, you write it. But he was like, nah, it's what you're really going through. So I wrote that record, and my mom heard it, and my pops heard it. And, you know, it was just one of those records that was real. And if you knew Sammie and you knew my situation, you knew that was the most passionate record that I definitely created in my career. So I would say My Own Way. Once again, thank y'all for watching. It's your boy Sammie signing off. Anybody that's on this, watching me on YouTube or my MySpace, Empire Entertain 1. The album is coming soon. I'm in the studio as we speak right now. I'm sitting in the chair. You see me, I can move. Right here is a little board. Right behind is the booth. It's Empire all day. And to my fans, I love y'all dearly. Y'all hold me down. I'm forever grateful. God is love. Anything y'all want to do, y'all can do it. Until next time.
We're at the crossroads, me as far as you can go. Now it's